This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, Yuvraj, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can we have a little bit of your introduction? Then we'll go to Deepak.
Yeah. Yeah. Here I'm Yuvraj. Basically, I'm working in a POP display manufacturing company as a designer. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're connecting from Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I'm from Dubai.
Okay, fine. And what is your basic qualification, Yuvraj? And from India, which place? From which place you are?
I'm from Tamil Nadu in India. From Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Basically, I have a engineering graduate, mechanical
Okay. In
engineering.
which? Mechanical engineering. Okay.
Mechanical engineering. Yes.
Yeah. Since how long you have been working as a designer?
A designer, I'm almost 6 years. I've been working as a designer.
At the same place?
Yeah, at the same place. In India also,
Okay.
I have years of experience. So here I came 6 years ago. Now, 6 years I've been working in design field.
Okay, okay. And since you're working since last 6 years, why exactly are you like planning to change your career?
Now, previously I worked in piping design, something in mechanical oriented field I worked. So
Okay.
in 2014 I came here like POP manufacturing company, display manufacturing as a designer.
Okay.
So in this field, it's very rare field. So
Okay.
yeah, basically. So the growth also it's not that much good in
Okay.
the field.
Uh-huh.
That's why I
Okay.
need to change to the mechanical engineering or safety side.
Okay. 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 And somebody suggested you to do this SAP EHS, or was
Yeah.
your own interest involved in this?
No, one of my friends suggested me.
Okay. Because why
Yeah.
I'm asking you, because it is a SAP EHS module. If you want, you could have went to any other module. There are more than 100 modules in SAP.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Especially in functional side, there are more than 100 are available to you. But I was just curious to know why you selected EHS.
No,
Was there
no,
something
no.
special?
Now I am started. Now I am started to doing the safety field. So now I am started to move on to the safety oriented field. So now
Uh,
I am doing my NEBOSH also. So
okay.
yeah, so that I plan to go
Okay.
with safety. Yeah.
Okay, I got your point now. So even as a core field, now you want to actually move towards the EHS. So even
Yes.
before you joined SAP, you had already decided that you want to change your career towards the
Yeah.
EHS.
Towards the safety.
That
Yes.
okay, okay, fine. So how much
Exactly.
have you completed NEBOSH?
No, NEBOSH I have completed my project only. I need to do the exams coming December.
Okay, fine.
I need to
Why
do the
I'm
exam.
asking, because at least you will have some idea about EHS. What is
Yes.
EHS? What are the factors? What is near miss incident? All those things. So
Yes.
if you
Yes.
have that framework, it will be much easier for us, while learning SAP EHS. That is the reason I
Yes.
asked.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, Fine, Yuvraj. Not an issue.
Yeah.
That's about you. And
Okay.
let's go to Deepak. Deepak, can you hear me? Deepak, are you there? Okay,
Hello,
maybe it
Naya.
is that. Yeah.
He said there is some network issue.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Provide recording.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So we'll continue, Yuvraj. So let me share my screen. Okay, I think even Shiva Singh is also joining. Shivdeep Singh. Okay. Hello, Shivdeep. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, Shivdeep, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, sorry for joining late, sir. I was just configuring this Go Team system in my phone.
Not an issue. Not an issue. Okay, Shivdeep, can you please tell me something about yourself, like your basic education, where you're working, and what is your interest in joining SAP EHS? Like, what was the motive? Somebody suggested you, or out of your own interest, you joined this course? Just give us a brief idea about yourself.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I have already been interacted with you when I have just joined your demo session. So, once
Yeah.
again, I'll just share my screen with you. So,
Okay.
sir, I've been working for the last 8.5 years in the core EHS domain profile for the
Hmm.
industrial as well as for the corporates. That's OSHA
Okay.
certification, ISO certification, legal compliances, waste management, training and development, fire and safety. So all
Okay.
these basically related to the EH. I've done my
Okay.
engineering from the environment. So I have opted into this occupation. So for the water treatment and rest of this all from where I had began.
Hmm.
From the last couple of 2.5 years, one kind of job is always reflecting on my Naukri.com profile
Hmm.
is the multinational IT companies are looking for that SAP EHS profile.
Yes.
So
Yes.
in the early days, I researched for it, but I didn't came across what exactly the organization are required.
Hmm.
So I left that thing by accepting this profile is particularly basic for the IT employees. This is something related to the coding.
Okay.
Again, that jigyasa again initiated and inside me, and I started finding this. What are the I started finding this. What are the basic things? I look out for the people on the LinkedIn who are working in the EHS, working as
Your
a
your voice is breaking
WP,
up,
EHS,
Shivdeep.
EHS consultant and health.
Okay, I
So
could
there
make out some words, but your voice is, I don't know, maybe there is a network issue or something at your end.
and health. So from there, sorry,
Your voice is actually breaking up. Just just take a look.
might be sir, it's clear right now.
Yes,
Is it
yes, it
better
is
now?
better. It is better now. Yeah.
Now, sir,
Yes.
is it better?
It's still it's lagging, but no issue, no issue. We can continue. It is because of network
So,
issue.
sir,
Hmm.
I just looked after the people. It is on the LinkedIn and just saw that they are working as
Yeah,
an EHS
yeah.
consultant
Okay.
in the IT organization.
Yes.
So, uh, so from there, I also progressed. I am so
Okay.
I'll also be also want to be related with. I'll associate with the. I spent a couple of years in the Infosys corporate also working at the on the EHS domain, and basically this is a core EHS.
Hmm. You mean to say you were working in the Infosys campus, or
Mm.
like
Yes, sir.
you okay? That's good. That's good. Where
Yes, sir. Yes,
exactly
sir.
are you from, Shivdeep? Which part of India?
Sorry, sir. आपकी voice actually wasn't
हाँ
clear.
आप कहाँ से हो इंडिया में?
हाँ, तो basically, sir, I am from UP, Uttar Pradesh, city known as Aligarh.
Aligarh, yes, I'm aware.
हाँ जी.
And presently you are located in the northern India, or are you here somewhere in the south?
I'm in the northern part, sir, near Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Okay, okay, fine, fine. So you are working in EHS domain right now.
Exactly, sir. Basic core industrial profile.
Okay, fine. So may I know, is it you're like, presently you're working in a manufacturing setup or something related to infrastructure? What
It is a
exactly is your present?
it is a manufacturing sector, sir. Daikin Air Conditioning. The Daikin is a
Ah,
Japanese
Daikin,
multinational.
yes. Yeah. Okay, so you're working in that company, Daikin.
Correct.
Okay, fine, surely. Fine. And you want to actually take up a IT profession. I think you want to move out
Yes,
to, yeah, SAP,
sir.
as a SAP consultant, you want to work, which is fine. Considering the time that we are going through right now, there is a great demand for IT consultants in the industry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is especially after COVID pandemic, there is a sudden demand for IT professionals. I hope you
Yes,
all are aware of these things. And like,
yes, sir.
we are going through the boom, IT boom, what we have seen in 2001, 2002. It is similar kind of a situation wherein they are offering flats, expensive vacations, tours, travels, and then they are offering motorbikes, cars for IT professionals to join their company. So that is what the situation is right now. Okay, and your
Correct.
timing to learn this SAP EHS is perfect. You have a higher probability of getting selected in a IT company now than ever before. Who knows, after a
Yeah,
few years, this field may again get saturated and you may have to struggle a lot, to go through to change your career. So this is the right time. Yeah, your decision is welcomed. And again, it depends on you. Like, you have to put some effort in learning SAP EHS. It is not so simple as people may think. Yeah, I know it is all based on our EHS. I agree that. But there are some differences, because you are running a software. And though you may be working for a long time in your core domain, but still you need to put some effort in learning the functionalities, in learning the transaction codes, to understand how this software behaves, each component, how they are structured. All those things you have to learn thoroughly. Only then
absolutely.
you can really make it. So I hope, Shiv, that you will put your best, and whatever is from my end, I will be hopefully delivering you all the knowledge that I have gained over the years, and I'll be able to impart the knowledge from my end.
Sure, sir. Sure. I'll be with you, and I really want to be into this profession.
Sure, Shiv. You can reach out to me if you have my number. You can reach out to me. And for those of you who don't know me, let me also uh, say a few lines about myself before we get on with the session. Okay, so my name is Nayas Pasha. I am based out of Bangalore. I have done my engineering in electronics and communication. Then, right after my engineering, I started working as a safety officer. What I did is I did my diploma in fire and safety. Then I immediately joined as a safety officer in one of the manufacturing companies. Then from then on, I almost spent 7 years in the core domain of EHS, like both in manufacturing, civil and construction, pharma industry, and facilities services. You can say I have like almost all of the knowledge in various sectors, except for petrochemical and chemical-based industries. I have never worked there in such industries. But apart from that, yeah, I have quite a bit of knowledge in other sectors. Okay. Then, I knew that I'm reaching a saturation point in our EHS. There is a saturation point wherein after a certain number of years, your salary will not grow much. There will be a saturation in the industry. So you have to struggle a lot. You will find that a lot of competition is coming up. So, you have to take a decision. So I decided to explore the IT side of this EHS, especially the technological part. So I started learning SAP EHS, and then I changed my career from being a EHS professional into the IT sector. And I have been working as a SAP EHS consultant since 5 years now. Okay, and currently I'm based out of Bangalore. I'm in Bangalore, and I'm working from home. So that is about me. Okay, and you can reach out to me anytime You have my contact numbers. If there is any doubt at all regarding the subject, regarding anything related to SAP, you can reach out to me. That's one thing. And what I need from you people is, please keep a notebook and a pen with you wherever required. I'll tell you some important things to make a note, so that will help you during your interview process. Okay, that's one thing I require. And I hope you have received your server access. Have you both received the server access?
Nayas, I will provide with him on Monday.
Okay, Yuvraj will
Tomorrow,
get it on Monday. And Shivdeep, how about you? Has Jaikumar shared the server?
Not yet, sir. Not yet.
Okay, no issue. I'll just speak to him and I'll provide the access. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So let's get into our plan for today. Deepak, he is unfortunately not able to connect because I think there are some network issues. He joined a week back, okay, and he had missed these initial introductory classes. That is the reason he's with us today. But from Monday, he'll be, on a regular batch. But that's okay. So let's start. Now, what I want to know from you people is, I just want to know how much of the SAP do you people aware of? So either Shivdeep, you or Yuvraj, anybody can start and tell me what do you exactly know about SAP? What is SAP or what is ERP software? Why do we use SAP? Anything at all, whatever you know about SAP. Or if you have ever used it in your companies, that will also be fine.
So, sir, basically, SAP is a software application program or process
Hmm.
which is basically used for entrepreneur resource planning, which is ERP.
Yes.
For this common accounting, finance, maintenance
Hmm.
purpose.
Hmm.
Uh, so on my basis, I am just using this SAP for HANA for just basic purchase and the finance part, a very
Okay.
small purchase and the finance part.
Okay. Fine. So you are already using SAP in that case.
Very, very basic.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Yuvraj, anything you want to add to this?
Sir, basically, I'm not aware of this CP.
Okay.
Because
Good. Good.
basically, I'm in a design
Uh,
domain, so I'm not aware of this.
Okay. Yeah, because though both are softwares, but there is a huge difference between what you are using for design applications
Yeah.
and this is for data applications. So that is a main difference, Yours is more based on graphical data. And here we'll be managing the data related to the company. It may be related to finance, accounts, or employee data, or materials data, or sales and distribution data, warehousing. These are the actual business data that we are going to keep in our SAP. Okay, so that is a main difference. Apart from this, I will just start with the basic. I'll share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. What I'll do is I'll remove some of these things. Okay. So what is SAP? What is SAP? Because you have to start with the very basic thing. What is SAP full form? So that is where your journey starts in SAP. Okay. Can anybody tell me what is the full form of SAP?
A software application program.
Oh, okay. Good try. Good try. Okay, I'll tell you. Systems, applications, and products. Systems, applications and products in data processing. So this is a little bit expanded version of SAP. SAP full form is Systems, Applications and Products in Data Processing. So this is what you should remember. This is a full form. And one more thing, please remember, never call SAP as SAP. It is known as SAP. So you should restrict yourself to calling it as SAP, not SAP. Okay. Next, ERP. You told Shivdeep.
Yes, sir. Entrepreneur resource planning.
Enterprise resource planning. So what is enterprise resource planning? I'll tell you. Enterprise resource planning basically means when you start up any company, you are required to see to that your resources, mainly the human resources, materials, raw materials, okay, power, time, all these resources are there. No, they are utilized with maximum efficiency. Only then your company will be able to generate the profits in a shortest period of time. Otherwise, what will happen if you don't plan your activities, if you don't plan your production, if you don't plan how you are going to do the sales and distribution, then it is going to be really detrimental to the company's future. So what basically is resource planning? Every kind of resource that is required for running a company, you need to make a proper planning for that. How much of this utilization you want to achieve, and how you are going to achieve those goals. That is known as enterprise resource planning. Okay, so the entire name or the full name of SAP is nothing but SAP ERP software. So why this company use this SAP ERP software? Like I told you, for planning their business activities, even for your production planning, you can use. For your human resources, you can use. For finance and accounts, you can use. There are many applications of SAP ERP. So this module, entire ERP software is divided into different modules, or we call it as SAP modules. So you can broadly state them as there are functional modules and there are technical modules. Okay. So before we can go into the deeper aspects of these modules, let me give you a short overview of the company. Okay, what is SAP? Where did it start? Do you know where it is located? The headquarters of SAP? Headquarters of SAP?
German?
Ah, it's a German. Yes, you are right. SAP is a German company. The head office of SAP is located out of Waldorf, Germany. Okay, that is where the inception or the company started actually. In Germany, it started. Now it is used in, it has the offices in more than 180 countries in the world. It is operating in more than 180 countries. And the customer base of SAP is about 4.5 lakh customers. Okay, in these 180 countries, there are about 4.5 lakh customers. And how did this company start? See, actually, there were three engineers who were working for IBM in Germany in 1970s. What happened when they were working on a project? They spent a few years on developing a project, but IBM was running out of time and money, and they said we'll stop further research into this. But these three engineers, they had already put a lot of effort in planning and to research some of the software components. So what they did, they resigned from the IBM and they continued their research funding their own from their own money. Okay, so these three engineers were responsible for starting the SAP. They came up with basic modules like finance modules, with sales and distribution, with materials management. And what they did, they gave these softwares to the local companies within Germany so that they could find out how useful is this software or how it is going to make their operations efficient. Okay, so these companies use this software for a period of time, and then the feedback was very good. It was really helpful, and their business process was really streamlined. So that is why SAP began its operations in even other countries. They began to sell this software to other companies that are operating in various other countries. That is how SAP started. And then in 1980s, it also got listed in Euro Stock Exchange. Okay, and by 1980s and 1990s, it pretty much became very popular across the world. So by now, as of now, SAP is the world's third largest software company. So you can imagine, world's third largest company as of today is SAP. So it is a market leader in software products, and it is the market leader, of course, in ERP softwares. So that's about the SAP as of now how it is. Then who are the main competitors of SAP? The main competitors are Oracle Corporation, because Oracle Corporation is also very much into this ERP software business. They have a lot of modules just like how SAP has. So the biggest competitor for SAP is Oracle Corporation. Then after that you have Microsoft is there, and few other small companies are there, but they are nothing compared to SAP. SAP controls about 36% of the market share. 36%, whereas your closest competitor Oracle controls about 16% of the market share. So SAP has a bigger advantage as compared to any of the other competitors. Okay, and what is the latest technology by SAP? As we know, our ECC system, that is ERP central component, this is older version of the software. It is very slow, and people who are using find it difficult to use the software. I mean, the users feel it is not so user friendly. So that is why SAP introduced a new software or new technology known as SAP HANA. SAP HANA is latest in technology. It is more faster in operation. It has a good response time, and it is more user friendly. I mean, just like how you do the shopping on Flipkart or any other websites, it is very simple to use. So that is why nowadays S4 HANA is very popular when it comes to SAP system. But again, why we don't use for EHS? I'll tell you the reason is S4 HANA supports only EHS management. Okay, which is not EHS module. What we are going to learn is different. SAP HANA only supports EHS management. Whereas in EHS Classical, we have waste management, we have dangerous goods management, we have industrial hygiene and safety, occupational health, product safety. There are about 8 components in EHS Classical. But what happens if you go to EHS management, you have just environment management, risk assessment, product compliance, and one more, incident management. These are the only things which we are going to study in EHS management. So that is why I think if you want to implement EHS module, SAP ECC system is better than S4 HANA, especially because all the components of EHS Classical are not available on S4 HANA. It is quite limited in its applications. That is the reason. Okay, fine. So next, going to the SAP modules. Any doubt so far? Anything? Any doubt?
Clear, sir. Clear now.
Okay, SAP modules. I told you there are 2 modules, namely functional modules and technical modules. So what is a functional module? Functional modules are those modules that directly benefit the business processes. The functional modules are designed to help the business processes. Like it can be finance, materials management, procurement, sales and distribution, quality management, production planning. It can be anything, project systems, okay, human capital management, supply chain management. It can help any business process. That is your functional module. Whereas technical modules are those modules involving coding, if you want to develop reports, if you want to gather the company data, if you want to create analytical reports. For all those technical applications, you use technical module. Not only that, if you want to manage the network security of the company, you can use technical modules. Or if you want to connect systems onto the company network, you have to use technical modules. Or if you want to migrate the data from one system to another system, you have to use technical modules. So these basically they are modules to the technicalities of the software. That is the main difference. Okay. So can you name some of the modules in functional? What modules do we have in functional? Functional modules. Your SAP MM, SAP SD, then you have warehouse management, then you have HCM, human capital management, your EHS management, quality management. So in all, I can say under functional modules, there are more than 100 modules. There are more than 100 modules in functional module. Coming to technical modules, there are about a few of them, let's say 10, 12 maximum. And these technical modules, like I told you, are used for technical applications. So to name some of them, you have ABAP, you have BASIS, you have BIBO, then you have business BW, etc. Or you even have security. All these are known as technical modules. So your ABAP is actually the what we call the programming language which is used for SAP. Okay, without ABAP you will not be able to run your SAP software. You very much need this ABAP module. So the full form of ABAP is Advanced Business Application Programming. So you can just keep it in your mind. ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Programming. So this is a programming language for SAP. You cannot use any other programming languages. Only ABAP can be. And then I told you ABAP. After ABAP, you have, okay, it's not only used for programming, by the way. If you want to generate reports, the designing of the reports, what data do you need in the report, for all those functionalities, you need to use ABAP module. Okay, and the people who work as programmers or coders in SAP, we call them as ABAPer, ABAPER, ABAPers. So if you hear somewhere, just understand they are the consultants working in ABAP. Fine. Next, BASIS. BASIS stands for Business Application Software Integrated Solution. BASIS stands for Business Application Software Integrated Solution. So what is the use of this software? Mainly, see, when you are implementing SAP in your company, you need this software to be available on the company network. Or sometimes, if you want to migrate the data from your non-SAP systems into SAP systems, you need somebody to transport the data. Okay, in all such cases, BASIS team will help you in that. BASIS team is responsible for the company network and also to transport the data from one system to another system. That is their role. Okay, understood? And even let's say if you join any company as a new consultant, your user ID will be created by them. They will give you the access to any module which you are going to join as a consultant, and they will help you in managing the entire data within your user profile. All that will be done by the BASIS team. Okay, so ABAP, BASIS. BIBO is normally used to extract the data, and for generating the reports. So BIBO and this business warehouse module, They are basically used for generating analytical reports. And security module is responsible for the data security on our SAP network. So these are technical stuff. Whereas when you start working as a functional consultant, you don't have to know any coding or programming. Any requirement you have to tell to these people. They are there to support you. They are available to support the functional consultants. That is their basic role. Okay, so you as a functional consultant will be responsible for the development and for the enhancement of the functional modules. So having said that, there are three types of consultants in an industry. First is a functional consultant, which we are going to become. Once you learn SAP EHS, you will be a functional consultant. Then you have technical consultants. Okay, and then you have someone known as techno-functional consultant. Techno-functional consultant. So what kind of a consultant he is? This consultant will be having knowledge of both functional modules as well as technical modules. Let us say he may know SAP EHS module. Along with that, he will also know how to do the programming, how to create the reports, how to design the reports. That knowledge will also be there with this techno-functional consultant. So we have three types of consultants: functional, technical, and techno-functional. These are the three consultants. Okay, are we clear up to this?
Yes, sir. Yeah, clear.
Hello.
Connection issue. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I was telling you regarding the SAP project types. Remember, there are 4 to 5 types of SAP projects. You may either work in an implementation project, or you may be working as a support project. Okay, or you may be working in an enhancement or upgradation project. Okay, or finally you may be working in a rollout project. So these are the basic 4 types of projects that we find in SAP. Okay, so if you are working in an implementation project, normally they require experience of about 4 to 5 years. They need consultants having 5 years of experience, and they should be knowledgeable. They should be from the core background, etc., etc. And for how long does this implement? Okay, what is implementation project? Let me tell you that first. Implementation project is a project wherein a company may be implementing any ERP software for the first time. Let us say in India, there are many companies who don't use any kind of software. Everything is managed manually, and max to max they'll be using Microsoft Word, Excel, only those tools. Okay. So if they decide to implement SAP software, from the scratch you have to work, for the implementation of the software. That is known as implementation project. Okay. So it will easily go from somewhere 10 months to 16 months will be required for implementing the project. You need about 20 consultants to be working as a team, at least 20 consultants. And the time period I told you, 10 to 16 months will be required. And you have to spend a lot of money if you are implementing SAP for the first time. Let's say anywhere between 60 to 80 crores for a medium project, 60 to 80 crores. And if you are going for 12 or 13 types of modules, then you will easily have to spend about 120 crores. So SAP software is not like, people may be thinking it is just download and plug and play type of a software. No, this is very, very technical stuff. There are people who have to provide a solution depending on the business process. There is so much data that you need to put into the software. You have to basically design the software that fulfills the requirement of the client. And it is not easy. A lot of planning, lot of changes to the software has to be made. So that is known as an implementation project. Okay. And then support project, what happens after you implement the project? After you implement the software, the end users of the company will be using it. It may be anybody, like, take example of freelance industries. So the employees of freelance industries, they will be using this software. So what happens if there is any technical issue, or if they are not able to use the software as per their requirement? They have to consult the support team. They will contact the support team. They will say what is the technical issue they are facing. Okay, and they will ask for assistance. So at that time, if you are working in a support project, you are responsible for rectifying those technical challenges. Okay, so that is known as a support project, wherein you are going to support the end users of the software for any technical challenges or for any other support. You have to be there for them. That is a support project. So normally people with less experience, juniors, freshers, all these people will be working in a support project. Okay, so 1 year of experience, 6 months of experience, even new people can start working in a support project. But again, within the support projects, there are many types are there. For example, 24/7 support, 24/5, or on-call support, on-site support, off-site support. There are many types of support projects. It all depends on how much of the support will be required by the client company. Sometimes, along with the client, you will find even the IT consultants will be sitting there in their own office. That is known as on-site support. Or sometimes the company will be operating in some other company. The support will be provided from the base location. Let's say the company is operating in Ahmedabad. Okay, but the support team will be sitting in either Bangalore or Hyderabad in their own offices. So that is known as an off-site support. So there are all types of various types of support projects that you will be working upon. And normally, if I have to add you more information on this, let's say there are 3 levels in this. Okay, level 1 consultants, level 2 and level 3. These are the 3 levels of consultants who will be working here. Level 1 will be mostly made up of all the juniors, okay, who can provide the solution by just looking into the solution manager. Okay, they will check what is the error. They will try to find a standard solution and they will provide that solution at level 1. In level 2, there will be mid experienced guys, like they will have 2 to 3 years of experience. So they'll be sitting here. If the team at level 1 is unable to solve any issue, what they'll do, they'll escalate that matter to level 2. At level 2, like I told you, there will be experienced people who will be sitting. They will try to rectify the technical issues at their level. If even that fails, they can escalate the ticket to level 3, wherein the senior most people will be sitting who will have very good knowledge and command over that particular module. So they may take the help of technical consultants, they may do some programming, they may enhance, and they will provide the solution. These are the three levels within a support project. Depending on your experience and knowledge, you may either be in level 1, level 2, or level 3. Okay, this is your support project. So let's say, for example, if I am not able to create an incident report, what I'll do is I'll create a ticket. I'll say I'm not able to create the incident report. Please help. That will go to the support team. Depending on to which module it belongs, the ticket will be redirected to that particular functional consultant. Okay, and who is going to do that? There will be a front desk team. The front desk team will divert these tickets depending on to which module it belongs, and then from there it will be given to the consultants. So that is how the support projects work. Okay, these are the support projects. Next, what is enhancement or upgradation project? Enhancement or upgradation project is a project wherein if the client wants to make some changes to the software, or let us say he wants to add any new module into the existing software, at that time you have to do what is known as enhancement or upgradation. This will normally last for 4 to 5 months. There will be about 4 to 5 consultants. So it is a short-term period, but yeah, again, depending on the requirement by the client, it may even extend further. So enhancement or upgradation project is a project where the client wants to add any new software, or if he wants to make some changes to the existing software, or he wants to migrate to the latest version of the software. Okay, I will give you an example here. Let us say the client is using ECC system, that is our older software version. Now he wants to migrate from ERP central component to our SAP HANA. Then it is not so easy. It is not just remove the old software and put on the new software. Not like that. First you have to download all the data which is there in our SAP ECC system. Then take the license for S4 HANA. Okay, implement S4 HANA into the system. Then upload the master data which you had downloaded, which you had taken as a backup. So again, it takes a lot of time and it is not so easy. Okay, that is your enhancement or upgradation project. Next, rollout project means, see, there are a lot of companies who are operating in more than one location. Take for instance Reliance or Adani Ports. Adani Ports is there in Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Visakhapatnam, Cochin, in lot of places. So let us say they select one particular site. Let's say they select Visakhapatnam. What they'll do, they'll implement the SAP software in Visakhapatnam plant. There, in that port, they are going to implement. After seeing how is the response, how helpful is the software, later the client may decide to roll out the same software solution to all the other places. Okay, so first they will select the pilot project. I mean the pilot site they are going to select, implement the SAP software there, and depending on how useful it is and depending on the customer requirement, they may later on roll out that same project to various other locations. That is known as your rollout project. Okay, so these are some of the project types we have in SAP: implementation project, support project, enhancement project, or rollout project. Okay, fine. Any doubts here? Anything you want to ask? Okay, I take that you have understood. We will move further to SAP system landscape. Again, remember, these are all coming under introduction part. Nobody is going to teach you these things. What happens normally, they will directly take you to SAP EHS. First thing, they'll start with SAP EHS. But you should also know some of the basic things, related to other parts. Because if you start working as a SAP consultant, you should know these things. Without these things, it is difficult. Is a reason. Yes, Yuvraj, any doubt?
No, sir. No.
Okay, as long as you're understanding, I'll go in a flow. If anywhere you feel that you need more information, you are having some doubts, please do let me know. I'll stop and I'll explain for that.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, fine. So what is a system landscape? System landscape is nothing but when you are going to implement any SAP software in a company, okay, what happens is they will divide the entire architecture of SAP into three parts. One, they call it as development system. The second, they'll call it as quality system. And third, they'll call it as a production system. They will divide the entire SAP landscape into these three parts. Okay. You can either call this as a system or you can call it as a server. It is up to you. Some places they call it as development system, some places they call it as development server. Okay. So what is this development server? It is in this system that you are going to make all the configurations of your software, all the settings, all your master data, uploading, designing of your report templates, okay, creating company codes, creating plant names, storage locations, etc., etc. All your basic information about the company will be created in development system. Okay, this is where the actual software development takes place, in development system. And who has access to this development system? It is mainly your SAP consultants. They will be working on the development system, and they will be having a control over this development system. Next is quality system. Once you have developed, let us say you have developed the software and you are clear with that. Now, if you want to test whether the software is performing as per your requirement or not, what you can do is, next you have to move the software from development system into quality system. For what? Because we have to first test the software. Development is over. Now you have to test by passing the data into the software whether we are getting the actual required output or not. How is the system performing? Are you satisfied with the system performance? To check those things, you have to move the software from development system to quality system. So this is where your basis team will come into picture, because you are not authorized. You can develop the software, that is fine. But to move the data from development system into quality system, you need the help of the basis team. They'll transport the data from development system to quality system. And what kind of testing is going to take place in quality system? I don't know if you are aware or not. We have different types of test. Like we have system integration test, unit test, load test, etc., etc. Okay, these testing will be done on the software so that they can analyze whether the software is robust enough to withstand the load that you can put on the software, whether it can withstand that. And also whether depending on the input data, is it giving the correct output data or not. To check that, you have to take this software through various kind of testing process. Okay, that is done in quality system. Once, let us say, if everything is fine, the system is performing as per your requirement, there are no issues, everything is going smoothly, then what you will do, again the basis team will come into picture. They will move the software from quality system to production system. Okay, if there are any issues, then what? Then again you have to move the software from quality system to production system. No changes can be made in the quality system. It is only for testing purpose. But if you want to make any changes to the software, again the software will be moved back to development system. Okay, they will take it back to the development system. Here they will make the changes, whatever errors they are getting. They will rectify those errors again in the development system, again bring it back to quality system, test again. If it passes, then you transport to production system. So what is a production system? Production system is a real-time system that is used by the companies. Okay, be it a production company, manufacturing company, any kind of company, even civil and construction, or oil and gas, or pharmaceutical company. In your plant, whatever the system is there, whatever the software that is already running, that is known as a production system. It will contain all the sensitive information related to the company. It may contain sales data, it may contain production data, it may contain financial data, loss and profits, accounts data, or even your employee data. Complete data of any company will be there in the production system. So you should be very careful when you are moving the software from quality system to production system. You should be very careful, just hoping that there should not be any data loss. Okay, so once you move it into the production system, the end users can now begin to use this software on a trial basis. Yeah, while using, they will again face some issues. Some of the functionalities will not be working. All those stuff will come up. Then what they do is they again move the data from production system to quality system. Okay, if there are any technical challenges or any changes to be made, software from production system will go to quality system, and from quality system it will again be pushed back to development system. But at any given point of time, there is no direct connection between development system and production system. It is not possible. It has to always go through this quality system. Because why? Again, data sensitivity. To prevent data losses or data changes, you have to be going through this quality system. All this will be taken care by the basis team. You just have to inform them what data you are planning to move, which part of the software, then they will take care of the rest of the activities. Okay, so if there is any issue while using the software in production system, it will go back to quality and then to development. You can make it more robust, you can rectify the technical challenges, then again you can move it back to the production system. So this activity, this entire thing what I explained to you, this is known as the system landscape. This is how the things are done when you are going to implement the software. Okay, even in the support project, see, sometimes when you are working in a support project, there are times when you have to make major changes to the software. Sometimes an entire program will become corrupt. It will not be working. So what you need to do, you have to do the coding, you have to do the testing, then you have to integrate it with the existing software. All these things are going to happen. Okay, so the system landscape is an integral part of our SAP. So you should know this SAP system landscape. Okay, are we clear up to this? SAP system landscape. Next is tables in SAP. Okay, so no need to again, no need to go deeper. Just remember these basic things for your information. Tables in SAP. There are three types of tables in SAP. Namely, first you have what should I write? Cluster table. Second, you have pooled table, and then you have transparent table. So what is a table basically? A table is a memory location, or table is a data element where the user data will be saved. See, a lot of times, you will be preparing, let's say procurement, purchase orders you will be preparing, or material data you will be preparing. or some incident report you will be preparing. All that is known as user data. So you should think, when I create this data, where will it go? Okay, where will it be stored in our SAP? Okay, that will be stored in a logical structure known as a table. Table is nothing but it is a set of rows and columns, that are logically related to each other. And this is exactly where all the user related data as well as the technical data will be stored. That is known as a table. Okay, and within this table there are three types, as I have written. One is cluster table, pooled table, and transparent table. So what is cluster table? Cluster table is a table which will hold the technical data. Okay, and this table will be arranged in such a way that it will be like a collection of tables. Cluster table is nothing but it is a collection of tables which will hold the technical data of SAP. Pooled table is also similar, but it will be very lengthy pooled table, and it will be a larger table, and it will also contain the technical data. Whereas your transparent table is a table that will actually hold your user data. So any user creating any data in SAP, that data will be stored in a transparent table. Okay, and these two tables, cluster table and pooled table, are not accessible to us. We cannot access them. Only either the technical consultant can access the cluster table as well as the pooled table for the technical information. Whereas any user like you as functional consultants can access the transparent table. And to access transparent table, there is a transaction code, or we call it as T code. It is nothing but a command that you can use on SAP software. The T code can be SC16. This is the transaction code which we have to run on the system if we want to see what data is stored under transparent table. Okay, so these are the three tables in SAP, and in this transparent table is what available to us. Okay, are we clear? These are some of the basic concepts which I just wanted to show you. Now let me take you to the server. Okay, see, once you download the software, it will be something like this. This icon will appear on your screen, SAP logon. Okay, and using this icon, you can log in into the server. You just have to double click and then go to variable logon. A new screen will appear, and then go to click next, then enter the application server details: 183.82.120.214. Then come to instance number, put instance number, system ID, whatever they provide you. You have to enter these three things. Three things are sufficient: your application server number, instance number, and system ID. Next, click on next button or press enter, whichever. Again press enter, again press enter, or click on log on, whichever you want. When you click on log on, it will connect to that particular server. Okay, so this is the server wherein you have to enter the user ID and password. Let's say the user ID is this. Enter. Okay, see what is the meaning. Sometimes you will get this message. What you can read in this: user 17 from 34 is already logged on. Somebody is already using this software. By the way, remember, this is known as a demo system, or we call it as a practice system. Okay, or we also call it as a sandbox system. All these three things mean the same. sandbox system, demo system, or training system. So this training system is actually, just a single user logon system. Means at a time, just one person can log in. Multiple users cannot log in into the software. Suppose if I give you the server details to you both, Yuvraj and to you, Shiv, what will happen if you try to log in both together at the same time? It will not allow you. One of them will get logged out. But anyways, when you are logging in for the first time, if you find this message, either you can just terminate your own login and you can try later, or if you continue, what will happen? The person who is logged on earlier, he will get immediately logged out. Okay, because it is a single user logon system. So I will click continue with this logon. I was already logged in. He will get logged out. I can use the software now. Okay, so this is your basic screen software, wherein these are some of the shortcuts they have provided on the screen. These are the shortcuts. As location in this field, you can enter any transaction code you want. Let's say, for example, I told you about SC16. This is a transaction code if you want to access the tables. Okay, this is a command. I mean, click on this, you will go to this transaction code. If you want to create any material, MM01 is a transaction code. Here you can create a material. Or if you want to go to some EHS transaction code, let us say you want to create incident accident report CVIH82, CVIH82. You can create an incident accident report. So anything, any activity which you want to perform, this is a place where you can enter the command, or we call it as a transaction code, or in short T code. Okay. Now let us again go back. /n. Okay. See, now let us say you are presently in some transaction. Let us say you are in incident accident log screen. You want to come back to the main screen. What you can do here, come to again this field, put /n. When you enter /n and press enter button, it will terminate that existing session and it will get you back to the main screen. That is why we use /n. Or another thing what we can do is, let's say you want to end this session and you want to go to some other transaction code. In that case also you can enter /n and let us go to injury illness log CVIH72. So what is going to happen now? It will terminate this session and it will take you to injury illness log like this. So remember these transaction codes, okay, especially the /n and all you remember. And apart from this, you have here 3 buttons. Both perform the same thing. If you want to go back to the previous step, you use this back button. If you want to exit from this screen, you can use this. Or if something is struck, you are not able to go back, and if you are not able to exit, you can always use this cancel button that will cancel the existing transaction. These 3 buttons are used for that navigation purpose. Okay, and then if you want to see the system information, let us say, okay, let us go back. And if you want to see the system information, like what is operating system it is using, when is the license is going to expire, what is the database they are using for this SAP system. If you want to see those details, go to system and go to status. Here in the status, you will find some of the information related to the software. For example, the user ID, client number, language, system time, okay, and SAP data, like currently which transaction is working and all. And then what is the license expiration date of this sandbox system, and which is the operating system currently we are using, is Windows MD. Okay, and what is the database system we are using? It is Microsoft SQL. This is the database we are using currently. But if you see, there are some other older, softwares where instead of MS SQL, you will find Oracle database. So our SAP ECC system from previously it used to run on Oracle database. But because of the issues I told you, the operation time is longer. It is very difficult to retrieve the data, or even to store the data, it will take a lot of time. For those purposes, SAP is decided to stop using Oracle database, and they are currently using this MS SQL. This is the database that is currently used. Okay. By the way, do you know who designed this SAP demo system? Who provides this demo system? Again, this is licensed by SAP. SAP are the owners of this demo system. They provide the access for people who want to learn SAP. And also, before you can implement any project, you should know what is the standard solution available in SAP. Without knowing what is the standard solution, you cannot go to the client and say, we are going to implement this, we are going to provide these functionalities. You cannot tell them. First, you should check the available functionalities in SAP. Then you should go to the client and then you should tell, okay, these are the functions or these are the facilities available. Do you want to use the standard solution, or do you want to create something new, or do you want to do any enhancement? And depending on their feedback, you can design the solution. That is how it is done. Okay. So this is our server, and at a time we can open up to 6 sessions. Okay, see here, you can see this button, create new session, or you can go to this button, click here, and you can click on create session. So what will happen once you click, it will open a new window, just like how you open your web browser pages, similarly. But there is a maximum limit of 6 sessions which you can open. Okay, let me click here. It will open. There are 2 open now. 3, 4, 5. Okay. You cannot open more than that. 6 sessions are open. Okay, so you can open, and if you are working on some other transaction code, you can go from one session to another session easily, and you can perform your activity. That is why they have given the 6 sessions. Okay, this is one thing. Are we clear up to this regarding the software? Please take the server details and yeah.
So, sir, six different session means the 6 different modules we can work together.
Yeah, if it is a demo system, you can open different transaction codes belonging to different modules. You can open that, no problem. But in real time, you cannot do like that. See what happens, in real time. If you are a EHS consultant, they will provide you access only to the EHS module. You cannot run any other transaction code, because this is a demo system where you will use this for training purposes. So you can open any module transaction code easily, no problem. Okay. Or sometimes, let us say if you are checking some data, okay, you are trying to create a material, at the same time you want to access the tables. So what you can do is you can open more than one session or one screen, and you can compare, you can see the data. That is why we use them. Okay, then, and one more thing, remember, see, don't keep the software idle for 5 to 6 minutes at a stretch. What will happen, If it is idle, it will get disconnected. That is another issue with this. So try to use it, without keeping it idle. One more transaction code you can please write down, which is very important. SPRO. SPRO is a transaction code where if you want to do any customization or any enhancement or your configuration is all done here. Means any changes or any settings if you want to do related to your component, you can come here through SPRO. How did I come? I'll just show one more time. SPRO, and there is no full form and all. People ask me what is a full form of this, what is a full form of SC16 and CVIH, like that they will ask you. There is no standard definition and all for this. They have just created one transaction code or command. Yeah, sometimes some of the things we can make out. For example, see under CBIH, IH stands for industrial hygiene. Okay, MM01, that is materials management. You can make out some of the things, but there is no standard definition or full form of any transaction code. It is not there. Go to SPRO. Okay, then go to SAP reference IMG, and here you can come to EHS. So this is what we are going to learn. EHS classical. If you just expand this EHS, you will find, I'm sure you must have seen the demo class. Okay, in that I have explained what are the components in our EHS. We have basic data and tools, product safety, global label. Though these both are actually together. Product safety and global label management come under one component. But still, for easier understanding, what I do is I take up product safety separately and label management separately. Okay, then we have hazardous substance management, dangerous goods management, waste management, occupational health, and industrial hygiene. These are the components which we are going to learn one by one. We'll start with basic data and tools. Okay, and like I have told before, basic data and tools is used to store the basic data related to our EHS. It can be safety instructions, MSDS related data, label related data, or dangerous goods related data. All those basic data related to EHS can be stored in basic data and tools. So mainly in this, we will see specification management is there, phrase management is there, and report definition. These are the main three things we are going to study in basic data and tools. What are these things? What is the meaning and all? We'll see later. Product safety component is used by the manufacturing companies that are into manufacturing of hazardous substances or hazardous products, or any company, even if it is a sales and distribution company. They may not be manufacturing, but what they do, they will import it from other countries, and if they want to distribute in India, again, they will be directly responsible for following the regulations. Okay, so even in that case, this hazard product safety will be very helpful. Okay, and in product safety, what we are going to learn, mainly the substance volume tracking, bill of material, report management. These are the three important things in product safety. Okay, after product safety, we go to global label management, which is nothing but, see, in any business, in any company, in each and every business process, you will be requiring certain labels. It can be address labels for logistics. It can be like storage bin labels for your warehouse management. It can be sample labels for your procurement process. It can be like production labels or a hazardous substance label for your production planning and production. There are, for each and every business process, there are set of labels. So what we are going to learn is what are the applications of labels in the company, where we are going to use them, and how many types of labels are available, and how do we determine at which process step, which label has to be printed. How will the system know that? What are label categories? What are label scenarios? How to decide the size of the label? All those things we learn in global label management. By the way, even if you are generating waste in your company, let us say hazardous waste, even then you can use labels like uh, dangerous goods labels or hazardous substance labels, waste labels. We can use these labels in our product in global label management. Okay. And hazardous substance management, yes, if you want to store any hazardous substances in your company, there are certain rules and regulations which you need to follow. Here we are going to learn two topics. It is very small component, so there is not much in this. We will learn two things. Mainly, we'll see what are SARA reports, how many types of SARA reports are there, and there is a master record known as hazardous substance master. Hazardous substance master is a record which contains all the basic information related to the hazardous substances. It may be, you may be using 15 different types of hazardous substances or 100 types of hazardous substances. But all the basic information of those materials, we can store it in hazardous substance master. So that we are going to see in hazardous substance management. Next, dangerous goods management. So what is the difference between a hazardous substance and a dangerous good? You can tell me this in the next class. Dangerous goods are nothing but if you are going to transport any of the hazardous substances. Let's say you are selling them to Europe or United States, or if you want to transport them to any other country, then what happens is you are responsible to follow certain dangerous good regulations. There are international dangerous good regulations as well as country specific dangerous goods regulations. It will depend again on what kind of transportation means you are using. Are you going to transport using railways or roadways, or are you using airways or shipping? It depends on the transportation type. Depending on that transportation type and to which country you are sending these dangerous goods, you need to fulfill certain requirements. So that is what we will learn in dangerous goods management. So mainly we are going to learn the dangerous goods regulations, transportation methods, what are the dangerous good checks, what is the dangerous good master record, etc., etc. All this information we are going to learn in dangerous goods management. Okay. And then waste management. If you are generating waste in your company, then this component will be very helpful. Especially, if you are involving vendors, for managing your waste. At that time, how to create those vendors, how to assign roles to those vendors, we are going to see in waste management. Not only that, there is something known as basic data and master data. Basic data means we can create different types of waste codes related to each type of waste which you are generating. And also you can decide how many types of vendors you want to utilize. And also there is something known as waste catalog. These things come under basic data. And master data is nothing but master data is like, whenever you want to generate any waste in the company, first you have to take the license or authorization from the pollution control board. So that when you are taking that license, they will give you one registration number. Okay, and that registration number is known as authority assigned number. So we will see what is authority assigned number, what is a waste approval document, what is an entry document, those documents that you need to create. We'll see under master data. And then we'll see what is a disposal process, what documents you need to prepare during the disposal process. These are some of the things related to waste management. This will come under legal compliance. Your product safety will come under legal, hazardous substance and dangerous goods. All these mainly will come under the legal compliance. And then occupational health component is one of the very vast component. This deals mainly with the health of the employees. Let's say you want to hire some people, into your organization. So what you will do, you will first select them, then you will send them for medical checkup. Once they complete the medical checkup, you will come to know what is the medical status of each employee, whether you can give him an offer to work in the company or should you reject him. All that will depend on the medical report. So you can manage your pre-employment medical checkup. You can maintain your regular medical checkups. Even after joining the company, they have to go through the health checkups every once in a year or every 2 year once. They have to keep on going for medical checkup. That regular medical checkups you can plan and carry out. And then finally, when the employee decides to leave the company, even at that time you can conduct the medical checkup. So all these activities can be planned, they can be carried out, and you can even maintain the data of all the employees related to medical history. That can also be maintained in occupational health. Okay, apart from these things, let us say you are planning to conduct vaccination program. You can track each employee whether he has taken the vaccination or not. If he has taken, how many doses has he completed? All that information can be tracked under our occupational health component. And then finally, if there are any injuries or illnesses in the company, okay, and if you want to report it to to your managers or top management, you can use occupational health for reporting of injury and illness. Okay, so that is how this occupational health component will help. And then finally, we'll study industrial hygiene and safety. This is a very vast component having a lot of functions. Industrial hygiene and safety can be used to perform our risk assessments. We can report incidents or accidents that occur in a company. We can plan safety measures, okay, or control measures in the company. You can measure what are the agents available in the company, what is the hazard level, what control measures you need to implement, all that. Without measuring any hazard, it is very difficult to know whether it is at a higher risk level or at a lower risk level. So the exposure management or the exposure profile of each agent can be calculated only on the basis of your measurements. So those measurements we can do in industrial hygiene and safety. I'm not saying that we can physically do the measurement. You may use different devices to take the measurement reading, and those readings can be maintained in our measurement management. That is what I'm trying to say. And then, of course, risk assessment can be done in this. Okay. And what is work area management? A plant or company can be divided into various small units so that it will be much easier for us to identify the hazards that are available in those work areas or in those units, and you can plan out how you can control them. So that is what is known as a work area management. We'll see how to create the work area, what data we can maintain for the work area, and also what are the different options we have with respect to the work area. We are going to see that under the work area management. And then finally, any incidents or accidents that occur in a company can be controlled or they can be reported using our incident accident management. It can be a near miss, safety observation, fatality, all kinds of incidents can be reported. And there is a very small component within this, for conducting the investigation. It is not very elaborate and not very, what I can say, it is not very modern. Okay, it is very simplistic. When you are reporting any incident or accident, there is a one tab wherein we can go and find out what is the root cause. It is very simple. Okay, that also we'll see when we are creating incident reports. Okay, so these are some of the main things, mainly work area, risk assessment, measurement management, industrial hygiene and safety measure, incident accident management. All these components belong to industrial hygiene and safety, and it will take a lot of time to learn this component. It is very vast. Okay, so we'll start with basic data and tools, and our final component will be industrial hygiene and safety. And how we are going to learn this? First, I'll explain to you what is the theory behind this each component. Okay, I'll explain you some of the basic terminologies used. I will give you a brief idea about this component. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll take you through the transaction codes. We'll go to the server, we'll see the transaction codes, and wherever required, I'll ask you to create the data. For example, incident reports, injury illness reports, or I'll ask you to create some data in global level management. Okay, so from time to time, I'll give you some of the things, some of the exercises you can do. Okay, and I'll explain all the theory part, practical sessions we'll see, and I'll share the notes related to each component. This is how we are going to learn this. Okay. Yeah, and wherever required, please take notes. Okay, I will be giving you certain important points. You can make a note of those things. Then we can go ahead. Are we clear on this? Any questions, comments?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Is it
clear,
clear how
clear,
we
sir.
are going to? Okay, fine. So this is what I just wanted to introduce you to our SAP and to our SAP EHS module. Okay, what we are going to learn, I have briefly explained to you each of these components. So tomorrow we'll start with basic data and tools. Mainly we'll start specification management. I hope it is clear up to this point, and take the server access sooner so that you can practice on this. Okay, and keep a notebook with you ready, and you can note down some of the important points. Okay. Any doubt so far, you can ask me if you are confused, if there is anything you want to clarify before we move on. And this recording, okay, I'll share. Pallavi will share Yuvraj to you, and she'll send a copy to me, which I will share with you. You can please
Okay.
download these videos and you can, save it on your desktop.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And yeah, tomorrow we'll connect at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall we wind up here, or is there any doubt you want to ask? Anything at all, you can please.
So, sir, about this all key codes, do we have to memorize it or?
You just
Uh,
have to remember some of the important transaction codes. See, there are hundreds of transaction codes, and also there are hundreds of tables. You cannot physically remember, all of these transaction codes. But yeah, whichever are important and frequently used, those transaction codes you need to memorize.
okay.
For
For
example, I demonstrated. Yeah.
For an example, sir, I just went out for an interview for the same SAP EHS profile, and the first question which came
Okay.
across to me is they have just given me 5-7 transaction codes and asked me to just elaborate each one of them.
Okay.
So
So
I
you have
wasn't
already
aware.
attended an interview.
Just I applied in a company and an interview schedule came to me, so just I opt for it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they will ask, Shiv, they will definitely ask you. Not only transaction codes, they will even ask you regarding the tables. They will ask you the table name.
Hmm.
Okay, but see, you cannot remember all. That is not possible. Whichever we are going to use frequently, on a daily basis, those transaction codes are sufficient. And what I have done is in the notes that I'm going to share with you, I have included these transaction codes and important tables, so that you can memorize them, you can use them while practicing, and it will be handy for you in your interviews.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Any other doubt? See, you can just come to know how much in demand we have this SAP EHS module. Maybe they already know that you are not working as a SAP EHS consultant. But still, if they have contacted you, if they have taken your interview, it means they need people. They need people from the core domain. That is what it signifies. And by the end of this course, I'm sure you will have enough confidence, you will have enough information so that you will be able to face the interview. I sincerely hope I present you this material in such a way that you people will understand it and you will be able to learn in a simpler way. Okay. See, if you leave it idle, this is what happens. You can see here it will be reset or it will just close that. So just don't leave it idle for more than. And if you have not saved the data, all of your data will be gone. You have to create again from the beginning. So just be careful at this point not to leave it idle. Okay. Yeah, Yuvraj, any doubt from your end? Anything you want to ask? Or we'll wind up here.
So right now I have took the notes, so I have to look
Good,
through it.
good.
Basically, yeah, without knowing anything, if I'm asking simply doubts, it's not good. But I have to look through it everything.
Yeah.
So definitely from tomorrow onwards, I will ask you if any clarification. Definitely I will.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it is my duty. Even though you may have understood everything, I may have been able to completely convey the information, but still,
Okay.
I will be asking you.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. So we'll do one thing. Let us wind up for today. Okay. You'll get the recordings pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow or by Monday you will get. We'll connect tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, fine then, Yuvraj. Take care.
Yeah.
You too take care. See
Sure,
you
sir.
tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Bye. Good night.